Good afternoon, everybody. It's Donnie B.GotDaBeats. We live on Two Flew West. I'm here with my brother Nicholas Baker, and today's guest we have is celebrity stylist and close brother of ours, Quinten McCray, doing his thing. What's going on with you, Q? How you doing, man?
Hey, folks. Hey, everybody. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing awesome on this awesome Sunday, baby. How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man. All is good. All is good. Just grinding, trying to stay above water. Staying low, getting out the way.
Let's do it.
Yeah, same here, brother. Same here. So,
hey,
no, go ahead.
Nah, I was, me. I'm ready to get to it. Like, I'm excited to catch up too, man. Like it's been a minute. It's been definitely a month of Mondays. I don't even know if that's the saying, but I'm gonna say that's how I say it, month of Mondays. It's definitely been a good minute since we caught up. So I'm excited about this interview. It's definitely some things I learned in reading up on you that I didn't even know was going on. So I'm excited to talk about it, man. So we always start with this first question. Who is Quinten McCray?
But first of all, before I get into that, man, do y'all realize it's been 25 years this year since we walked the stage in 1996?
Wow.
That's big, you know what I'm saying? And the see, honestly, I don't like to dive so much into spirituality or personal stuff, man. I really feel like God has been amazing to the three of us. He's done a work, you know what I'm saying? He's been good to us, man. So it's great to connect with my brothers, man, from 25 years ago.
Yeah,
and just to see, where we are and see what he's done for us, man.
No, you know what? I mean, before you I gotta agree with you on that one, just because in doing this podcast, we've been able to connect with a bunch of people from back then, and just seeing everybody doing well, doing that thing, man. It's definitely a blessing because it don't have to be that way. You know what I mean? So I just had to double down on that statement.
Right.
For sure.
So who is Quinten McCray, man? Quinten McCray is a regular dude, born and raised in the Washington, D.C. area. We all grew up in Maryland, the Fairmont Heights, Capitol Heights district of the Maryland sector, man. And, I'm just a hardworking black man, period. If you want to sum it up in a quick statement, I'm a hardworking black man. That's who Quinten McCray is. I'm a normal dude that has been exposed and I've been shuffled through some amazing experiences, an amazing life. And I'm just a regular dude, man, out here working hard as hell. And I got a saying I tell my son. I've been raised with man don't work, don't eat. So that's who Quinten is, man. Period. Simple as that.
I know that.
I love that saying, man.
I'm about to write it down right now.
Man, work, don't eat. And I believe I think it's biblical. I don't know those scriptures. I can't quote it to you, but I believe that's a scripture, man. Man don't work, don't eat.
Well, that's your two flu quote. We put it down for you. Well, look, man, let's talk about it. How did you get started in the cosmetology industry? What's your story? I read up on it. Like I said, there were some things I read that I didn't know. Okay. Tell us about it. Tell us how you got started.
Man, so the real ordeal is, and I try and give a synopsis on that story, but man, I've been loving doing hair, man, since I was a little boy. I can't even recall the exact age, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I like to be very truthful at 42, almost 43 years old with people when I tell my story, man. In our day growing up in the early 80s, late 80s sector, that was not a popular thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a popular thing to be as a young man. And so I always hit it. It was always under the radar. So, in high school, I don't even think you all knew that I was busting loose, doing hair. But started, man, and a cousin or two would have one of their little dolls around. And it was the funniest thing was, again, because it wasn't the popular thing to do. I didn't want my dad or my brother to know I had interest in putting rollers into a doll baby or a Cabbage Patch, whatever the doll was at the time. And so, I kept it on the radar. And one day, I think my mom or my brother, somebody came in the room. I threw that joint like a damn football and stuff as far as I could. I didn't want anybody to know, right? So the bottom line is, man, I had supportive parents. I had a supportive father, mother, brother. And when they saw that I wasn't, having no doll baby saying, that I was actually creating and I was actually curating a profession to come, they kind of honed in on it, and they were like, man, let me just sit back and see what he's doing. So, I came into 13, 14, 15. We're in high school now. And I'm still kind of chill with it. I had, girlfriends and friends, and it just wasn't the popular thing to do.
Right.
And so, you don't want to be teased. We were all in band. We were all in different sectors of trying to be popular and entertain people. It just wasn't the thing. So, I had a few friends in high school. I would do their head, but like, hey, y'all, don't go to school to everybody I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? But pay my money when you leave. And that's what it is. So I got into cosmetology probably professionally in high school, man. I went to a salon in a downtown, very popular salon. The owner, she actually sent for me because she saw me in the area doing people in and out of my house. And that was the best experience ever, man. It opened me up to attractive females. It opened me up to a business. It opened me up to popularity, and it opened me up to a whole different world of exposure, man. I was working, of course, I'm 18, 19, so the individuals in the salon are 20s, and they just exposed me, man, to entertainment, to nightlife, to particular liquors and wines, and just adult things that I wasn't quite used to yet. And so I think I grew up maybe a little faster than the average black dude in DC, but the cosmetology industry, man, in the beginning of my day, really, really exposed me and got me out there to some great things, man.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, I think you hit on some like key points, and I think things may have changed a bit now, but like that, like fear of, not wanting to be teased and things like that, but like, being like great at something, right? And It's like you got to like kind of navigate your way to figure out how to get to it. But I definitely think now, like I work with schools now and kids now, and I think it's definitely more open to be like do what you do, be great, like, and open up many different experiences. And I think we'll talk about Fairmont a little bit later, but I think Fairmont definitely was a place where a lot of us got to experience a lot of different things, and kind of figure out our way. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's great that you knew that early, like what your path might be. But that's what I want to ask you. I kind of want to piggyback off the question and go a little bit off, like, when did you know, like, you had like a talent? Like, when did you know, like, yeah, I got this?
I think, honestly, Nick, I think right around high school, because my parents divorced when, like, I think in the 8th, 9th grade, somewhere around there. And so, our life slightly shifted. My parents kept us on common ground, but it shifted a little bit. We moved from Capitol Heights to DC. And so, people don't know about this area right here. That's a whole big shift, right? Mm-hmm. You coming from being a Maryland boy to a DC boy. Yeah. So, it's a little bit of a harder lifestyle. It's a little bit of a faster lifestyle. Even though 5-minute cross the line path, it was like, oh, things are a little different. So I think right around that time, I knew, man, you might got it, because I was able to start building clientele. Back then, man, this internet and social media is so popular now. But we had to do what's the famous saying? Foot to pavement. We had to put our foot to pavement. We had to put flyers. We had to pass out cards. We had to put things in windows, put up flyers in buildings, and so that's how I started to build clientele, man. And when I started back then, charging like $15 for a style, and the chicks were paying for it, I said, "Oh, Q, you might have arrived, champ. Mm-hmm. You might be doing something, okay." So I think that was the opportunity. That was the moment that I knew things were going to be kind of great for that industry.
Yeah, and go ahead, Donnie.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it.
Okay.
I asked a couple questions.
Yeah, no, my question with that is with regard to, like you said, knowing how it was back in the day, because obviously we all came through the same program. We was, through the heights and everything like that, and how kind of difficult it was, like you said, trying to find your own way,
right?
Find your lane, but still try to, navigate popularity or whatever. How do you? What do you feel is more of a tough thing to tackle? Today's cancel culture or the era that we came up in?
Oh man, that's a good one. Well, I honestly think, man, I believe over the years things get tougher. So I think the kids of today, man, they have a little more tough. And I'll share. I have a few goddaughters, and because I do hair, man, I try and make sure their esteem and their young ladyhood is, if that's a word, it's really not, but I made it up. If their young lady is up to speed, right? And
Right.
so I notice a lot of times they'll be like, God, Dad, take my picture. And so I'll take it. But man, I'll take these young ladies' pictures 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times because they're competing with what they see on social media, Facebook, Twitter, IG. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like with us, we were more so competing with ourselves, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, like, and I remember verbatim, you two are really, really cool, quiet dudes to yourself, real chill. So our atmosphere of trying to fit in was with common ground, normal people. And nowadays, man, they are trying to fit in with, Kim Kardashian and Megan Stallion, and these some bad chicks, but half of them, and I'm not knocking this, I hope anybody watching this doesn't think this is a knock, half of these people are paid for bodies, half of them are paid for hair. Back then, we were appreciating girls in baggy jeans and big shirts. So the competition now, man, that these young ladies and young men are seeing it's hard, man. It's hard. So I would think nowadays may be a little tougher for these kids to be acclimated and adjusted and accepted.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that totally. Like, we learned how to grind. You know what I mean? It made us tough and like go after it. But like you said, nowadays it's playing on the mental.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it plays on the mental heavy.
Yes.
I think about like who just had the issue? Was it Chloe?
Yeah.
Chloe?
Yeah.
With the whole picture, unfiltered picture came out, and it was a big, huge deal. And I'm like, I mean, she don't even look that bad. You know what I mean? Like, damn. But it's like, nah, you can see this and that. These little marks, nah, I can't have it. And it's just like, to live up to that standard.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's tough. That's real tough. All right, so let's talk about the cosmetology industry a little more. Like, how competitive is that industry? And like with that, how do you stay ahead of the curve?
Well, I think I segued into it with my former answer, man. So it's competitive because you have we aren't quite old heads yet, but we're definitely middle aged. So we're stuck in the middle. We're definitely not 20s, and we're not 50s and 60s. So we're in a stage where we can do all things. We can do internet, we can do social media, we can pass out cards, we can pass out flyers, we can speak with good verbiage and speak on the phone and talk to you. So it's definitely competitive because I am trying to be in a field with younger stylists that are on social media 24 hours a day, man. And then you have, a few old heads that are still trying to maneuver the way through. And so we're right there in the capsule of the middle. So the competitiveness is there, but I ain't competing with nobody, man. I'm Quinten's lane. I have amazing clients. I have an amazing following, but in staying competitive, you have to be relevant still, right? You gotta stay relevant. I don't care if you're I'll say an old entertainer. Usher, he's in our age range. If you're Usher down to the baby, these bombers, you gotta have relevance, which means you have to have things of the time. So I am on social media. Am I on social media all the time because I want to be? Nah, not really. But I'm on social media because I feel like I have to stay relevant. I have to show people that I am still out here. I have to show people that I'm still good. You know what I'm saying? I have to show people that I'm still that nigga that people want to sit in their chair. So that's why I've alleviated just having a hair page, and I've developed just a lifestyle page. People want to see Q having fun. They want to see my family. They want to see me out in the streets. I'm not no big bulky dude, but I take care of myself, health wise. So they might want to see me at a pool real quick with my shirt off, just from here on up. You know what I'm saying? To say,
show the action.
He's still working. and he's still relevant. So relevancy is the word I really like using, because I have to show people that I'm still out here. I'm still doing it at 42. Get ready to turn 43. I'm still. You said we ain't censored. I'm still that damn nigga that I can 20-year-olds doing. Or if you send your grandma to me, man, I can set her hair and she gonna roll up out that joint, smile, and saying, "That young man Quinten really did a good job with my hair." So relevancy, man, and staying competitive. It's a dagger, man. It's something else.
Right. I love it. Cool. So like, let's talk about your creativity when it comes to this. Like, what inspires that? Like, I definitely think like you're an artist at what you do. So like, what inspires that creativity?
What inspires me, man? So I feel like, again, here we go back to social media. You gotta stay up to the times.
Yeah,
you got to. And I heard Donnie saying, about producing and movies, and I know both of you have always been heavily into music. Like, I'm old school for real. I still like our old classic Chuck, and our old classic logo. I'm still in the junk in Northeast, and then but it's newer bands. I can't tell y'all them niggas' names. I don't even know them. And then I just mentioned the baby, and because my son keep me on wag, cat. I don't know some of that stuff. I like it, but I hear it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like my creativity comes from all over the board. I gotta stay with these youngins wanting, weaves and lace fronts and ponytails, but I also gotta stay inspired and stay true to who I am. So I know my clientele is just about, later 20s, some early 50s. So staying creative for me is, man, I definitely take classes still. I don't care how good I am, how much of a celebrity style they call me, because I really don't like that term. I'll tell you about that later. But, like I got to stay in the know of in full knowledge of everything. So I try, again, stay up on classes. I do scour the internet. I scour social media to see what these younger women and some of the mature women are wearing, just so you can be well-rounded in my industry.
Yeah. And I think it's dope too, because you actually touched on something I tell a lot of people too when I'm talking to them as far as by way of music or entertainment, is that I always do my homework. You always got to do your homework on the people that you're doing your business with or trying to get potentially in business with, so you know exactly how to get down and how you can plug and fit in and so forth and so on. So you're definitely touching on something very major that the young people need to hear for real.
Yeah, you got to.
Absolutely. I got a quick question. So going on creativity, when someone comes in, would you rather them know exactly what they want or be like, Q, I trust you, do whatever you want?
Man, you hit it. This is some good questions. So typically, and I've been on here now this year for 26 years. My chicks have been riding. I still got some high school chicks. I don't know if y'all been like Kimio, Shannon Thomas. I got some good real friends. I still do their hair. So they like, man, Q. They know I know they like. I'm not gonna go to the left with them. I'm not gonna go to the right with them. So they'll kind of let me do what I do. Let me be an artist.
Yeah.
But I have a new client. Again with you all, if you all have somebody that you all have produced before, you kind of know their lane. You know where they go. You know what their direction is. Right. These newer folks, look, man, bring me a picture. Go on Pinterest. Bring a celebrity to me. I'm gonna tell you damn well, you don't look like the celebrity. Your hair may not be this. So that's why I need a picture. I don't know you. You don't know me. I can do anything, but let's give us some direction, and I'll let you know what up, down, north, south, east, west. I'll tell you how we're gonna go. So again, I like the creative side where I can do what I do, or if a newer client or a newer prospect, let's kind of like get back off each other and let's meet at a medium. So I'll know what you want. I can tell you what I can do, and we can go from there.
What's the most creative style that you've done?
I think when it comes to that, color can be one of the most creative, digging deep directions I'm going, because people don't understand with us. That's a little bit of science. It's a little bit of let's stick with science. It's a lot of development. You got to measure out. You got to make sure the formula is correct. You have to make sure that the person doesn't have anything underneath the tone that's going to irritate or change what I'm trying to do. For instance, and this might be a little above your head, but if somebody got black on their hair and they're trying to go to a blonde, you know, taking and stripping that black off. It's a whole process. So people don't understand the science level of that. You can't just go in and splat the color on it. It's gonna come out, whoa, voila. You know, sometimes they have to come through for treatments and come to get some of that color cut off and removed before I can deposit what I need to. So yeah.
It's crazy that you talking about it like that. Like, I think we can connect it to music in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a science in music. Like, you got to figure out what layers to put, what not to put. Oh, this don't work with that voice. If I add this, it's gonna mess the track up. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of the same process of figuring out, like, you know, the best way to bring the best out of an artist. And I think that's why a lot of people now don't actually, when it comes to music, I respect very few producers, to be honest with you, because I do feel like people just make tracks and just, you know, to bring it to hair, they kind of just would be like, oh, you want blonde? Cool, let's go. And not think about like what they got to do before to actually get the best end result.
Yeah.
And that's dope because it speaks to your professionalism, just how much about the, you know, how robust your knowledge base is of what it is that you do. You know, these type of things need to be commended because, like Baker said, like people are just hop out there, like, oh yeah, I can do that joint, and throw some Kool-Aid packets on somebody's head, and it'll be fried. You know what I mean?
Having my hair messed up, smelling like Kool-Aid.
Hey, real quick, I want to shout out Quinten Winfield. They said what's up in the chat. Also, Brother Reds, Alan Williams. He's been commenting heavy from the Couch Music Review. Shout out to those brothers, man. Real live. Fairmont Heights.
Out of the throwback. That's my main man. I just changed his house. Spend light on his house, man. My main man from way back, like elbows.
Hey, so let's talk about some of these well-known clients that you've worked with, and then I got a follow-up question with that. But who are some of the well-known clients that you've had thus far?
You know, I saw that in the question. Should have been more prepared for that. I've done the Housewives of DC. I've done the Braxton Sisters. I've done Gayle King. I've done Kerry Washington, Mary, Erica Campbell, Tina Campbell. I mean, I've had some legends like Jennifer Holiday, man. You know, and I am telling you, you know, I've had really dope people on my scene, man, and it's so funny. This pandemic has interrupted so much of that. You know, I had the social secretary of the White House when President Obama was in office. Her name was Deisha Dyer. Man, she was so daggone connected and guided me through so many different White House officials, and I went to so many daggone, you know, official parties and so many official events, man, that were amazing. So I've done some people, man, but you know who I always tell people my celebrities are, fellas, this is no joke. My celebrities are my local everyday women. The celebrities are great. You know, if anybody's on my page that are my celebrity friends, hey y'all watching it, great. But those celebrities, man, are my everyday women. You know, my lawyers, man, my government workers, my hotel workers, my D-Dot workers, whoever they may be, the women that sit in my chair, man, every week and pay for my rent in my downtown apartment down in DC, who pay my mortgage because I own a home in DC, pay my car note when I had a car note that paid off. But you know, like, man, those are the women that are my celebrities that I appreciate. I thank God for every day. The celebrities are great, you know, but you see them here and there. And like in this pandemic, I haven't seen any of them, you know. So that's revenue that unfortunately we're missing. But the ones that have stuck with me in this pandemic, the ones that when I did not work for 3 straight months because we were closed down, that would cash app me in the middle of the night, that was just saying, you know, if I was sitting in your chair, Q, every 2 weeks, I would still be paying you. So God told me to go and still deposit into your life. Those are my real celebrities, for real.
Yeah. I feel like that spoke a little bit to the second question about the whole, you said you don't like to be called a celebrity stylist. I don't know if that kind of is part of your answer, or is there more to that story as far as don't liking that kind of title?
Well, Nick, again, man, I'll go back to this whole, and I don't want to sound like a social media hater, because I'm not. I just think, again, the three of us, come from an era where social media didn't make us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't conform our minds. So I feel like people use that term so loosely. Like, you've done one celebrity. Oh, I'm a celebrity stylist. No, nigga, you're not. You did somebody celebrity, and so because again, I got my street side, my spiritual side, because God has been so good to me, man. I have done some amazing celebrities. I mean, if the title fits, then I'll wear it, but I feel like it's used so loosely, and I feel like the term celebrity stylist, man, should really be used for. And one of my best friends, he's actually a Fantasia stylist. That is the only hairstylist she uses. I feel like someone that has a client that is only specifically theirs, they're a celebrity stylist. That's just my little small input. People who do celebrities, you're a celebrity stylist, yeah, but again, when it's used so loose, nigga, you done one person. You stop saying celebrity and hashtagging it. But if y'all know, man, again, we didn't been around each other for years. Y'all look at my page, you will never see a hashtag celebrity stylist. I just don't. I don't like. I welcome it for when I need to use it, if I need to use it, but I'm not. As I said at the beginning, who is Quinten McCray? I'm a regular dude, man, who has done some phenomenal things, but I don't need to put celebrity stylist behind my name to be. Yeah. No.
I would ask a question real quick too. This is will take you off the path of being a stylist, but you ever consider running for office, man? You kind of got that composure, man.
It's a suit, Donnie. That's it.
I'm just saying now how you put your words together, brother. I'm digging it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, aside from hair, I did go to college and I did work in the government for 15 years. So maybe I just learned how to put some together a little bit. Say stuff like a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? So we'll blend all that in for the politics.
Hey, look, you already know we had Marion Barry over there, so you know what I'm saying. We know how, you know what I'm saying. We know how to get down.
Hey, following up on that last thing, man, you put the work in. So celebrity stylist fits you. You done paid the dues. You do the work. So we give flowers here to Flew West where they deserve. So
appreciate it.
Hey, man, it's nothing like seeing a successful Black brother doing their thing. So
thank you.
Flowers well deserved on that one. Another follow-up question to that though. Have you ever had someone celebrity status sit in your chair and you were like nervous? Like,
oh yeah. The funniest thing is, man, all of them. I think Alan asked me, have I ever been starstruck? And hell yeah, I've been starstruck, but you got to continue. So I feel like with each call, because they don't know me, right? And I don't know them. So a lot of times I have been referred out because of who I've done before, because of a really good buddy of mine, Vernon Martin. He's a celebrity stylist also, but his black book is so stupid with celebrities and who calls him, and because of him, I am who I am in that celebrity category. He has given unto me, man, the gift that I would have never gotten if it wasn't for him. And people have called upon him, and if he's been extra busy, that's how I started my celebrity career. And so when they do call upon you, again, like you all, somebody called, say Rick Ross hit one of y'all up, and he wanted to be produced. So you go and you study him. You go study his music. You go study his beats. You go study his sound. You even go study his look to know you might want to show up on set looking like him or saying, something. Study these people. So the nervousness have come because, again, with Gayle King, I'm like, man, this is Oprah's best friend, my best friend, Gayle. I'm like, man, I got to study this lady because, when I go in here, she's going to want to be first in and out in 30, 40 minutes. Makeup is coming at 4:50. They got to be done by 5:20, and their car's going to be there by 5:45. So you got to study, man. She went in her head. Again, I know these my fellas, y'all know the head terms so much, but if she
let it fly.
curlers, is she using flat irons? Does she prefer, a certain smell her hair. She do so. You gotta go on her page, man. And I'm scrolling, and I'm studying. I'm googling her. I'm seeing what if she's on a show on her morning show on Friday. I'm going to the show on Friday to watch it to see how she's wearing her hair to make sure I'm taking the right tools and the necessities that I need to make sure I'm correct. So nervous, hell yeah, I'm nervous with each and every. And my mom, rest her soul, she sang, and so she would say before she got to sing, each and every time she was always nervous, and she said she felt like that you're no longer good if you are nervous.
Yeah.
Facts. So with that, I'm always like, Lord, I want to be good for this person. So I'm nervous until I get in there and that first curl go through. That I'm normally a little more at ease, or we started, breaking bread, or we start conversing a little bit. But until then, it's nerves all the way around.
Indeed. That makes
Got
sense.
it. Alan just threw out there that you make the best SpaghettiOs. Who knew? Like, you know what I mean? Hidden talents.
He's a top chef. We need to fly that Bama in for an
Exactly.
occasion. Look, I ain't nothing. I'm all right. What's up, Liz?
Hey. Alumni.
Hey.
FHHS.
So let's talk about any like memorable moments in your like career thus far. Like what moments stand out to you like the most? What's happened? Where have you been? A client or like situation? Maybe it was a kind of crazy situation or a good situation. Like what stands out to you the most?
Oh man, so
you can do a couple of them if you need a couple.
It's so I just mentioned let's go on a celebrity point. I was doing Gayle King one time for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and so at that time I think Oprah. Oh, I know the OWN channel. Oprah still owned that primarily, and so they were talking about some of the Tyler Perry shows. So Gayle became a really good client and a really good friend because every time she came, she called me. So I was just doing her hair at her daughter's house, and we were kind of wrapping it up. So she was like, "Yeah, Q, so how do you feel about the have and have nots more so?" And so I didn't particularly watch some of Tyler Perry's corny little shows.
Thank you, bro.
Gayle and I were on the same page with just communication. And so I said, man, Gayle, you can tell Oprah, man. So we talk like we homies. I said, man, look, Gayle, you can tell Oprah, man, that them little corny shows ain't it, but the have nots are good. I was telling her, they're more relatable and they're a little more this, a little more that. So I'm like, yeah, man. Next thing I know, she was on her phone. She was, so she said, yeah, Quinn, go ahead, tell her real quick what you said. And it was Oprah Winfrey. Ooh. I was like, whoa, ma'am. Well, I was just telling her a little bit that the show is slightly. She said, no, tell her this what you said. And I was like, oh, all right, man. That other joint is corny, and you can keep this. And I said, you engaged with a bunch of kind of like immature African Americans. And this show was for like a mature setting. So he was faced. I was like, whoa, champ, you gotta hold on. You gotta tell me. They call it the Oprah Winfrey. You gotta right. You so that was a very sustaining memory that I'll never forget. I was just, we were wrapping it up. And I noticed her on the phone, but I didn't know that she was getting ready to FaceTime nobody. And here come Oprah and said, well, what'd he say? And I was like, who the hell is that? And it was like, this was Oprah Winfrey. So yeah. That one.
I just read an article where Oprah's middle name is Gayle.
It is, man.
I was like, wow.
Freaky, man, right?
That's crazy. Like, hey, who knows? Hey, that type of money, you can tell other people, your name is going to be Gayle from now on.
Exactly.
That's my middle name. I like it. Your name is Gayle from now on. And you're my best friend. No, that's hilarious. So there was a question in there I wanted to throw out there. I mean, we could throw it out. I think Quinten said, how do you promote your work to the younger generation? And I think you spoke to it a little bit earlier, but just kind of popping on that question that Quinten threw in the chat.
Yeah, he said,
how do you market your craft to a younger generation?
So I feel like word of mouth still. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like word of mouth is number one. I don't give a hell about no social media. I don't care about commercials. I don't care about flyers. I feel like word of mouth and walking advertisement. I'll combine those two. Those are number one. If you got a chick, even with a mask on, walking down the aisle in Target and her goddamn hair look good, somebody's gonna say, hey, how you doing? Who does your hair? And they're gonna say, oh, this guy in Q, he's in DC. Here's the information. They'll either go on social media, look me up, because now, man, y'all know. Let's see Nick Baker, Donnie B. They're gonna Google it, and because now we have the word again relevance in the world, our name, right? It's gonna come up. So started how? With word of mouth and walking advertisement. So right. I feel like that still sustains me because even with a younger generation, I'm still doing their parents. So if their parents trust me, they're going to trust me with their child. So if their child is still, I don't do kids, but, 17, 18-year-old, like, I have clients that their kids are going to prom still. And they're like, well, you might let little Juju over in the house curl your hair now and then or put your little lace front on. But for this special occasion, your prom, you're going to Mr. Q. Y'all know the terms of Mr. now. Mr. Donnie, Mr.
I've been Mr. for a while.
But you're going to Mr. Q. So that's still keeping me, here go the word again, relevant with the younger generation. And then if you go to social media, we already know what that story is. So social media still keeps me relevant. But definitely that word of mouth, man, and that walking advertisement will always keep you relevant and will always keep you in the younger generation's mind. Always.
Okay. Facts. Yeah. So what do you love most about cosmetology?
What I love most about it, man, is the final experience. Because I don't know if you all even follow many hairstylists, but now we're capturing every moment on our phones, capturing every moment on TikToks or on videos. And so when you do see some of these artists out here, we'll start from the beginning. We have them turn their head to the left, to the right, and that's the empty canvas. Yeah. And then to dive into a full canvas that's been recreated and you've deposited into somebody's life. Not just hair, man. Hair is much more of an experience than just hair. Hairstyles become therapists, man. We become ministers, we become friends. Like I have literally, and again, I keep touching on my spiritual side. I do have a spiritual side. I've had clients come in and they are really going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have a back area. And they know I go to church. They know I've been a church boy. They know I cuss your ass out in a minute too. They know I got both sides to me. So they're like, ooh, man, because I posted on my page. I went to church on Sunday. I got a nice suit on me. They were like, man, I got something going on. I had to go to the doctor. Cancer's around or something is around. So fulfilling other areas of cosmetology, walking and because I'm a male, so walking females through relationships sometimes, because you all know what we can be and what we can do. Sometimes in our right, sometimes in our wrong. We can be great mates, we can be awful mates. So sometimes trying to get into their mind of, kind of being played sometimes, or kind of if they have a good man. I told her, this is a funny story, I'll be quick with it. A client of mine came in and she really wasn't up on what to do for her husband's upcoming birthday. So I was like, well, what is that Bama like? What is he like? So he was kind of trying to tell me some stuff. And a lot of times, man, I know we got three good men here. When we are good to our people, sometimes we want to feel appreciated. If we're good men, we pay the mortgage or we take care of you. Sometimes we want to. Can y'all buy us a little small treat? Can we wake up to something small so that we feel appreciated? So I told her, I said he's turning 45. I said, each week until his birthday is in July. I told her get a little small bag for him. And so she's saying that sometimes he likes Raisinets and Snickers and stuff like that. Get him a bag with that. She said he likes to wear designer underwear. Get him some designer underwear the next week. He loves his Hennessy. Get him a nice expensive VSOP the next week. He likes David Yurman. Then top it off with a really, really nice day. I said, make him feel appreciated. Yeah. So I think I kind of got off the question. Still, the question and answering it is, what was the question again?
What do you know about cosmetology?
That's what I love about cosmetology. That I can. I got off. I sound like a damn politician preacher. Is that I love about college. I can deposit so much more into women, other than hair. It's not just about hair. You know, I can dive into them and just try and reach through them and give so much more of myself than just hair. But at the end, I do like the fact that I can transition somebody from just looking nice to looking extra beautiful and making them feel a little more special inside. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's look, I'm thinking about all these parallels to music, like that empty canvas, and then by the end of it, you got a product, you got something. You know, I always am amazed with music because you can go in and something doesn't exist, and then hour or two later, you got this song or this whole creation that exists now. You know what I mean? And I always thought that was great. So I'm hearing that same type of thing.
Yeah.
With you, it's just a client comes in and they're like, hook me up. Whatever time amount later, now they feeling good, their esteem is boosted, and you have the relationships that you build as well.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Like I think I like I told you, I work in school, so I definitely have moments. Don't have the creative moments as much, but definitely have the relationship moments where you got to talk people through stuff, and when they're dealing with their kids at school, it's like, oh, this is your most prized possession. So.
Right.
A lot of those conversations are super deep.
Similar. All this stuff is very similar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a question to throw it off to another side of it. We talked about your love. What has been like a hard moment for you when it comes to cosmetology? Maybe a client came in and it was like they told you one thing, you do it, and it's like
get the look off.
I don't know if this is it, or like is it a client that get on your nerves, or the client that you said make me look like Beyonce, and it's like, nah. I mean, I can make you like Beyonce hair, but not Beyonce. What is there any moments that stand out in your mind when you think about that? You ain't got to put no names on it.
Hey, Donnie, look away, man.
There's the look off. The look off for me is special. I was like, I already know.
Not a celebrity. This just happened to me on Friday. So
wow.
I had a client in, and I'm in my house, but I was washing clothes today. So she had a cape on, right? And so, we small conversation. So she got a phone call. I'll be in 5 minutes or something. So I was finished. I was literally at the end of her head. She said, "Oh, Quinn, I gotta go." So I was like, so she said, "So you okay?" And then I snapped. I said, "You okay?" And so she was like, "How much owe you?" I said, $150. She gave me money. So when she asked me, "Are you okay?" the old Quinten almost came out. Bitch, you okay? But I'm a gentleman first, and I'm a scholar. So when she said, "You okay?" I did react. I said, "You okay?" Ma'am, you said you gotta go. I took the cape off you, so go. Just
go.
Roll it. Get the fuck on. Bye. So that was hilarious. That's that small stuff I can hate about the business because, like I tell my clients all the time, I'm not in here playing around. I'm not in here talking on the phone, chewing gum, eating candy, eating French fries over. I'm in this joint working hard and doing what I'm doing, standing on my damn feet. My 43-year-old almost bunion foot trying to get you the hell out of here. So when I feel rushed, when I feel pressured, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about that. And I'm not the kind of stylist that come in and overstack, overbook, I charge what I charge, I do what I do. But when I start feeling rushed, when I feel pressured, you're not gonna get good, pleasant, fuzzy Quinten. You about to get somebody else. And because I am a kind of chill, laid back dude, I do have another side. That's why when she said, "You okay? You okay?"
So she almost started.
I respect those.
I took that cape off her so quick. She said, "I gotta go." Boom. Bye. Cash at me. You gonna Zelle, use your card, what you using, so you can go.
Hey, look, I'm glad to hear that you said you don't do a bunch of extra stuff while you focused in on the client, because I swear there's some barbers out here, man.
No.
Good God Almighty, they be like, "Hey man, you mind if I take this call for a second?"
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. They be like, "Hey man, you mind if I eat these fries real quick?" Hell yeah, I mind. God damn it!
Can you shake me up so I can get the hell out of here? Yeah.
Right. Now you got French fry grease on my shape up. Like, come on, man, what's going on?
I don't even. And I see a really dear friend of my brother on here. I don't even take calls while I'm on a client, and friends, family, they know that. So they know that they call me. I'm not gonna answer until I'll call you back when I finish. And if I see the very important person, my brother, or when my parents were living, if one of them called, I would take it quickly and I would say, "Hey, I know I'm working. What's up? Talk fast." They know the code. But that's maybe 3 or 4 people will I answer over a client. If my kid called, I'll answer for him quickly, and that's maybe. If I know he should be at work, well, I'm not answering the phone. I'll call you back because I got a client in my chair, and that $220 she get ready to spend with me, or $75, whatever the amount is, they get ready to spend with me. They spend it with me earnestly, and they want my time, my attention. So I'm not talking on no clients and stuff.
And that's part of the experience. That's what you want. That's why people come in. They want that world-class experience.
Exactly.
Make me feel like a celebrity right now.
Yeah,
so like you talked to that earlier. Those are your celebrities. Like everybody's a celebrity when they sit down. So that's dope. That's dope. All right, so we're gonna pivot a little bit. We talked a little bit about it earlier, as far as like all of us kind of being from the same realm. So let's talk about it. What are some of your fondest memories from Fairmont Heights?
Man.
So,
so I want to make sure I was correct. We all 3 of us were in the band, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So y'all band was better remember this. One of my fondest memories. Am I gonna say it right? Stingers down.
Down.
One of my fondest times in high school. I still want somebody to be able to tell me, is Mary Cole alive?
Man,
I swear that is like Dora the Explorer. Like that's one of them kind of where I don't know.
Searching and looking, I don't know.
At one time, man, I think she told us a story. She like lived in Africa somewhere, and so that white woman deposited so much into these black kids, man. Again, we all came from, not we all, a lot of us came from very good beginnings and very good backgrounds. But that white woman, I gotta keep saying that. We live in a very, very terrible racist, strategically planned in the head type of world right now. That white lady deposited so much into these black kids that we still 25 years later remember. So from all of us being a band, all of us, I was on it for a quick minute, all of us singing in Malika, all of us just being a family, man, after school for hours. I'm not talking about we got out of school, we had to be to that damn room in about 15 minutes, changed into our uniforms or whatever our marching attire was. Right after that, we went into goddamn Malika practice for like 2 hours, and I only lasted the job about 4 months. So we stayed in school every day, I think, except for Friday until 8 o'clock. It was dark.
Yeah.
So man, those were some pivotal, amazing times. We had fun. We learned, man. We became a family. I think we helped each other out in ways. All of us weren't financially okay. So if you had, a Bama like Allen who had good parents, Auntie and his stepdad, man, were honest, good people. They would let me come over their house because my parents had moved and we were all neighbors on the same street. So I could go over there and eat. I could go over there and change my clothes. So those times, man, was some amazing times in my life at Fairmont. We had a good time, man. We partied, we hung, we laughed, we probably got some tears in. That was a good time in my life, man. Very, very good time in my life.
Yeah. No, I think everybody that we've talked about Mary Cole with has the same sentiment, the same thoughts, that she just, she prepared us for some life things that we didn't even know about that she was doing, that, like you said, making those deposits that we didn't even realize she was doing it until later, where you like, damn, it's coming back. You know what I mean? It's all making sense.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a movie. Like, I think about Lean on Me and the Michelle Pfeiffer joint where they was
Dangerous Minds.
That joint, like all these movies where they write scripts for it, like this shit happened, like this shit was real. And like, she changed so many people's lives. And I know it's true because when she was gone, our junior year,
right,
like
the whole thing changed. The
I wild the fuck. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen, like I was like, man, I ain't go to classes. I was skipping. I was doing all kinds of stuff that when she came back senior year, it was like I remember she called me in the summer and was like, come up here. And I was like, okay. And then she pulled my grades out from the previous year.
Yep.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
I was like, oh damn.
Right.
She's back. Like she is back. Like here. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate it. Like I probably wouldn't have gone to college had she not come back.
Yep.
Just realistically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I the way I tore my junior year up grade wise, like it ended up being something I wrote about for my like college submission letter.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So like I'm just saying it's yeah, she was dangerous with a drumstick, boy. She swing that joint out there quick, boy. I'm telling you. But you know, yeah, some of the things she even got away with. You know what I mean? To this day, I just be like, couldn't nobody else do that but her.
I mean, cussing out at the principal was like, whoa, this lady, she got away with lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny. A little known story too is that so like Baker said, his junior year was my senior year, and you know that's when we introduced Eddie Miller, and a lot of that equipment, the music equipment, Eddie was like, "Oh, we're gonna check it because we don't need it. It's old." So I took a lot of the equipment. I was like, "No, don't throw it out." I took it to salvage it because I was like, "Nah, you know, this is us. This is what we played on."
Right.
You know what I mean? So I took it back home. This is when I lived in Atlanta or whatever. Baker, you remember that shit because it was in my room in the basement. And you know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool. So I had like a nice little setup and everything, like whole nine. Went to Hampton. Came back December-ish. Got a phone call, Mary, the next year. Mary was like, yeah, I need you to bring all that shit back.
Bring that on back.
Literally, just like that. That's how the phone call went.
Oh, wow, man.
And I was like, okay, well, they was going to throw it away. So, you know, I didn't want to, like, we put our blood, sweat, and tears and everything that we built for that. Yeah, it doesn't say it would have been gone. I still need you to come up here and bring that shit back. And so I brought it up there to her. So she was like, okay, she checked everything off. Okay, cool. You got the rototimes. Okay, cool. You got that. Okay, cool. What's this shit? And then she pointed to the stinger, the mural that I had on the wall. This motherfucker painted the whole, if you remember, I painted the whole mural in the band room.
I remember that.
Painted over the whole goddamn thing except for the beat. And I was like, are you serious right now? She was like, so when did you find the time to do this shit?
Right.
And it's just like, I had, you know what I mean? Like, I got okays from the principal. I got okays from everybody. What are you complaining about? Like, I mean, college now, she was like, but I wanted you to go to Michigan. Because she swore up and down I was supposed to go to the University of Michigan. Yo.
Okay.
And it was just funny how that went, man. It was just really funny how it went. But it's all, let's see, Alice, I hated them quiet. But you know, that's my story with it. But yeah, she was definitely, and even that meeting, I met people from like a 2, like a 1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes,
it's other people that had that whole different chapter with her, but they all say the same thing. So you know, I definitely, yeah, shout out to Miss Cole, man, wherever she is.
Definitely.
You know.
Absolutely. You know, Fairmont had its own energy too, man. Like there was a lot of people who wanted to hate on Fairmont. Like I know before I went there was definitely haters like, oh, don't go there, this and that. You know what I mean? But like Fairmont's energy is unlike none of it. Like I definitely think, I mean, Mary Cole was one piece of it, but there was a certain energy that was just in that school.
Yep.
That was undeniable. You know what I mean? So I like wouldn't take back those years for anything. You know what I mean? Like learned so much in that space. So
agree.
Yeah. Cool. So Quinten, what's next for you, man? What's next for Quinten McCray? What's on the table?
What's next for me, man? Getting the hell out of this pandemic is getting fuck out this pandemic. What's next? Because you know it has it's I'll say slightly crippled my business. So we're back. We're seeing clients. We're still sort of under some mandates. You know, we all know, I'm not sure out there in California, but the world is getting ready to goddamn open back up. So what means we'll be able to see more clients and get back to a regular regimen that I'm not quite ready for. So like, I'm not going to be stacking clients on top of that. So again, without getting to all that, what's next for me is going to be to continue being an amazing stylist, to continue being a great Black man. I'm going to continue to deposit into people's lives. My business partner and I, we are getting ready to embark on a whole different career. And you know, I put a little small picture out there last week. So
I saw you with the hard hat. You know, I was about to ask you what's up with the hard hats.
It's coming. So
okay.
My grandmother used to always say, you know, don't tell them too much until it's done. So it is coming, and things are moving in the process. So y'all just look out for your boy and that. Pray for your boy on that next deal. And yeah, I just want to again continue being a good man. I want to continue being an amazing hairstylist. You know, I want to just continue being a good Q, man. You know, and what's next for real is I'm gonna be sending all y'all probably some texts, some DMs, because I'm gonna plan something for our 25th. You know what I'm saying? We did something for our 20th. It went off. It was a success. So, you know, that's going to be next. I'm going to plan something hopefully for September. You know, and maybe again the world might be a little bit better in the spectrum of these numbers are down, people being vaccinated, fully vaccinated. I don't really want to get into that too much because that's kind of personal, but I'm stating it because that's the direction I chose to go into, and I'm happy I did it. So hopefully we'll have some other people that are just healthy. We won't get into the vaccination stage on it, but thanks, Cuzzo. Appreciate it, baby. We won't get into the stage of it, but we just want some healthy individuals. We want to still be alive come September. So I plan something for our 25th. I don't want nobody's money. I just want to have a nice gathering somewhere we can all be safe, have a good time, kind of catch up. And but I do want something that's probably different about reunions. I want people to bring into this space what they bring to the world. Like I know we have, you know, Alan is a chef. You know, he's on here being supportive. Tio's a chef. Nyoka, she's doing amazing with her cultivating into interior design and I think she has some things. We have people, man, that have turned out some success stories. So like any of us, you know, have any product line, if we sell something or if we do something, I kind of want everybody to bring their product and their stuff to this event, can support and push one another. I don't want whatever I try and do. You know, if I do pull a few people in to help out with a few things, I don't want no ticket price. I don't want folks having to feel put no ball gowns on, and I know you guys are in, you know, California now, so it'll be a grip just to fly into town if you all choose to come. So I want people to come and have a good time and enjoy the space we're in. 25 years later, and to see how good God has been to us, and to see where we are, I want us to come together and be this goddamn Fairmont Heights High School class 96 cool. So yeah, that's really what's next for me. After I get this other business popping and up and running, I'm gonna plan that, and we're gonna see, you know, just what's next for everybody.
Yeah, man, definitely let us know about it. You know, we definitely want to be a part of it. Alan just said the jam session. In my head, I was thinking, man, we gotta get Malika together. Man, how dope would that be?
That would be dope as hell.
How play one damn song. That's all you gotta do. One song.
Half of us gonna be out of win. We call our notes.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, let's get one in. If we can get one in, how dope would that be, though? What a moment. So, no, that's dope, man. That's dope. Our wrap-up question that we always do, man, is where can people find you online?
But before I give that, man, I got to, man, tell you, both of you guys, man, thank you for thinking about me. That's 25 years strong. Just us, you know, collabing and being on here, man. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. I'm not too big or too small to be on any circuit of anybody's anything. So thank both of you guys, man, really sincerely for thinking about me. They can find Quinten McCray, man, under just that name, Quinten McCray. All things Quinten McCray. Social media is Quinten McCray on Facebook, on Twitter, on IG, on TikTok. My website is Quinten McCray for hair. Classy, not hood. It's FOR, not the letter 4. Forhair.com. That's where you can find me. Look my name up, you can find me. That's me.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey man, look, this has been amazing. It's been a pleasure. Like a great show. I knew it would be. Like super excited to catch up with you, man. Like you got the same energy that you always had. You know what I mean? And much success to you. Like congratulations on everything that you've done. Like I said, man, we give flowers where they are deserved. And you definitely deserve them. Like success is your way, more success. Definitely appreciate like everything. This has been fun. We laughed, just talked a good time, man. So we not the hornet's nest joint.
Before we turn off, I do remember it was I think Keisha let it. Welcome to the hornet's nest. Boom. Everybody, boom, to a brand new beat. Boom. Something else. The Heights, yeah. Do I remember it? Hell yeah.
Hey, he got it. He got it. Hey, that's the song. We got to remix the hornet's nest. We're going to remix the hornet's nest.
So we closing out on that. We remember.
Right. That was Michael, though. Michael wrote that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Wow. Hey. There it is. Remix to the hornet's nest. Reg, we on it. Let's get it, Reg. Let's get it.
There it is.
Remix, Donnie. Get on that beat, man.
All right, man. You don't gotta get back on the beats.
All right, Donnie. You got to close us out, brother.
Cool. Q, listen, man. It's been all love, bro. Like it's like you said, 25 years. It don't even feel like it, but it's so good to see you and what you're doing, brother. You know, it's fulfilling. It's kind of like full circle to me to just be like, man. Last time I saw this dude, we was marching to the on the field today, and the whole time it's like you're full accomplished, full accomplished man, and doing your thing, man. I'm so proud of you, and I hate the word proud because it's always like a condescending word. You know what I mean? But just so full of joy for everything that you've accomplished, man. I'm seriously in awe, and I appreciate you, man. And you get like Baker say, man. We definitely try to give people their flowers, man. You deserve it.
Thank you.
You worked, and you're doing your thing, brother, and it's much appreciated. We definitely got to do that whole scenario. Keep us in the loop as far as what's the next steps with that. Even like a virtual reunion, just like once a month maybe. Like we can Zoom and get Michael, Mike Williams on the call, and Boo Boo and Jerry, and just everybody get together. We just kick it for an hour or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that would serve a lot too, man. No, I didn't drop that big ass. This first of all, it's empty.
That is a big ass cup.
That
looked like something off of what's that show? A Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly.
I got to get to the bottom of it. That's my challenge, and it is what it is. But now, like I said, at the end of the day, I think we need to stick together more, man. Like for real, because I mean, all of the energy in the universe is bringing us all back together at this moment, this time, and we just really need to recap and see what we can build together. But it's all love. Like I said, it is what it is. I don't have anything else to say. We can let the planes fly. Shit, I can't even say it. The planes fly. Sorry, it's the cup, I guess. But thank you. Stay tuned for the next episode next week. Like and subscribe to Two Flew West, as well as like and subscribe and promote and support the brother Q McCray. Man, he's doing his thing. And that is all I have to say.
Get your head did. Get your head did.
Exactly. So I'm Donnie B.GotDaBeats. Nicholas Baker here. That's my brother, man. Q McCray. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and support this brother. And we out. Peace.
Thanks. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt.